let me clarify something. Is that first of all, the one equal sign means that the right side is stored into the left side. In this case, you're storing as a string data type into user, the variable called user with it. Now, that can't be. I mean, this will always be true if we did that. We're going to talk about. I want to talk to you about there's three syntax here. There's an equal sign, and the other one we're going to talk about is an equal sign, which is called a relational operator, and there's another one that's called three equal sign and how it compares with it. So don't worry, we're going to get in. Just know for now is this one is the one that actually assigns the equal sign, the right side to the left side. The equal is a relational operator. It compares the two sides. Does it equal to each other? The third one, I will get into much more detail with you. Not only compares it, but uses what's called the property of what's called strict. Means that it compares the data type of both of them at the same time. We will get into this much more deeper in a more advanced topic with it. But for now, I would for you to use the three equal sign for me. So does the user equal to teacher as the user with it? So if it is, then if this is true, then this is teacher. You say like a teacher person log in. All right, and you can end with that. If it's false, it comes down here. You could tell this person to sorry, you are not a teacher. Okay, so something along the line. So we did something like this. Now I want to run this the way how I have it right here with it. I need to properly comment this out. My apology. I code HTML. This I was thinking about HTML. It's not. So that just properly comments it out with it. So let me do Control S. Saves this. Now I want to go in to this particular compiler with it. I'm going to run this again with it. So I'm going to hit the up arrow key, node if.js with it. So you notice it replies back, says this person is a this is a teacher person login. All right. So it has that because it's true with it, right? So let me do a clear CLS clears it, and I want to run that again so you can see. And that's a teacher logging in with it. Let me make this a little smaller so you could see a little bit more space with it as well. So what if I went in here and I did user? Okay, so I'm going to do Control S, saves it. Again, I should really put the semicolon to practice, best practice with it. Control S, saves it, and come up over here. This should not allow me to run. Sorry, this is a sorry. I messed up in my grammar in this. Let me fix this. Sorry. You are not a teacher. Control S saves it, and let's run it again. So sorry, you're not a teacher. So you can see it tests this variable right here. It's a key thing. All right. Now, what if you went in and you started to? I want you to think about this is what's called a selection structure with it, and you're going to see a lot of selection structure and how it tests it out with it. You can also tag on to another if-else person with it. So let's say you have three types of categories you can do. You can do if, and you can do if-else with it. Excuse me. You can say something along else in here, and create another code block with it. So you could say, let's say for example, you have a category as a teacher. This person is not a teacher. They're not a teacher, and they fall into another category with it. But what if you have an if, you could test to see if that person, if that user, is a user, okay, is logged in as the user. Because I should really change this into student, right? To make it a little different with it. So student, and close off that quote with it. So let's change this with it as welcome student. Okay, like a message like that. Now, let's say they're not they're not a student or teacher, what are you going to tell them? Please create an account for student or teacher. Okay, something along that line with it, right? So come over here and just have semicolon there. As you can see, I've been I've been getting away with a lot of stuff that without the semicolon with it, but let's try to keep the best practice as much as possible with it. Control S saves it, and I'm going to come over here. I'm going to run it. I'm going to be like, let's say this is the student logging in, right? So you gave this, the user is the student right now with it. But look, this needs to be student, right? So Control S, let me log that in again with it. If that's a student, so welcome student. Okay, so that's what's supposed to happen with it. What if I went in here and I just put in something else in this? Let's say like that. Okay, Control S with that, and I should get. Wait a minute, that's not supposed to happen. Sorry. Hold on. So this is something else, right? So I come in here. This is fall off. Of course, look, I didn't do the 3 equal sign, right? So if I done the 3 equal sign, it should compare it, and also the data type, but more strict with it. My apology with it again. And let's say if I did that again, say please create an account for student or teacher. Or you can run it again. Let me run this and let me put student in here. Okay, Control S saves it. And of course, welcome student, right? If I went in, change this to teacher, Control S saves it. Okay, so this is a teacher person log in. All right, so some sort of message that confirms to let you know that you fit one of the structures in here. The important message is this: if it's true, it enters the structure from here to here. You can filter out with others with it. If it's false, anytime it hits the else, this is kind of like a safety net right here. So it catches everything that does not come across the test file with it as well. All right, that will conclude. I'm going to give I'm going to give you an assignment right now. I'd like for you to do. So if you can please, in this task for me, let me comment this out. So in this task with it, let me comment this out. I would like for you to create a code that basically I want you to demo it's a grade. Okay, your task is to create a exact grade point system. All right, if the user or if the value, let's say let's call sorry, you think I would have this down by now? Let's call this thing a grade system, grade point system of student marks. Okay, so let's say they did. I don't want you to do ranges from 90 to 100. We're gonna get into that. Don't worry. I don't want you to do ranges at this time right now. So, if you want to, if you know prior programming, you have to get into logical and relational operators, and I'm not gonna get into that with you as well right now with it. I want you to do something like, if they input in a 10, the student mark is 10, you're gonna give them an amazing comment. If the student inputs in a 5, you're going to give them, this is a good comment. Okay, if they input like a 3, they get poor. And it could be comment or a message with it. If they put in a 0, they get a fail. Okay, so I would like for you to, based on the structures that we have, do the same thing as what we did, and I want you to, if the input, create a variable, that you need to create a variable to store these numbers in there with it. And I want you to write a sample for me. Write an output for each scenario. Okay, so each case with it. So I want you to create a variable for student grade. Put 10. What do you get? I want you to take a screenshot of the if-else statement with it, and show me what that looks like over in the command line that when you run this thing. So what happens? What happened if my grade value is 5? Okay, so please create code and output. Okay, so that's basically this task number letter A you're going to do.